How are y'all today? This is Mike Murphy with the New Structure Ministries coming to you from Louisiana, and prophetic update. And I have some information I want to give you regarding where we are right now in a timeline of a prophecy. And it's Kim Clement's prophecy, the late Kim Clement. It's one of the most famous prophecies of this decade, at least. Where in 2014, I believe it was February 22nd, 2014, and he prophesied about Trump and that they would shout impeach twice and it wouldn't happen, different things. But at one point in that prophecy, he says that the Spirit of the Lord saying that Jezebel has chased away the prophets and even Elijah. And then he says, but now he's saying, go back. Okay? And so I'm going to try, I should be able to find that prophecy and post the link to it underneath. So it should be posted underneath so you can go watch it. But that's where we're at right now. So in a timeline, we are in the place where many of the prophets have been chased away. You've seen many of them apologizing for what they got from the Lord. Even very powerful prophets that you may have trusted in the past have just been chased away and they don't even want to fool with it, or they've actually asked forgiveness for speaking what God gave them. And so what's happening now is when Elijah went back, he didn't actually go back. His assignment was changed. He went and crossed the Jordan supernaturally, and then his mantle fell on Elisha, and Elisha was more, he was considered a much more powerful prophet, not because of his own strength, but because of the Lord. He had a double portion of the spirit of Elijah. That's how they call it in the Bible. So what we're seeing now is the transference of spiritual power. That's the time frame we're in prophetically right now. So now Elijah and the prophets have been chased away by Jezebel. A lot of that has been the media, the line twisting voices. Okay, it's even caused some to actually ask forgiveness or for retract their prophecy. And so he's now Elisha is coming forth. So we're in that time period where the Elishas are being risen up. And I gave a word, I believe it was the video called 2021, the year of lightning. And where God said that Elijah's and Moses's had to go because Elisha's and the Joshua's had to rise up. Because Elijah and Moses could only take the people so far, and then Elisha and Joshua had to continue on. And it was because of things in them. You know, Jezebel's voice brought out the fear that was undealt with in Elijah's heart, and he went and he was fearful and depressed because of what happened. And we see that with some prophets now. But don't worry, because right now we're in a transference of power in the spirit, okay? To where Elisha will begin coming forth soon. And when I say that, this is biblical analogy because all things in there were written for our example, okay? So, as Paul tells us, so we're going to see now the proper prophets risen up that will release the sound that Jehu, who could, he was then anointed king righteously by Elisha. He went and fulfilled the prophecy that Elijah gave that Jezebel would die. Now, I'm not calling or talking about the physical death of anyone right now. I'm just saying this is what happened in the Bible. And Jehu had an anointing from Elisha to where he just went and called out, and the same eunuchs, her servants that were serving her for years, all of a sudden when they heard Jehu's voice, they responded. Something happened, a movement took place, and they pushed her out the window, and she fell down and she was eaten, just as Elijah's prophecy said. So right now in the timeline, and it's really Kim Clement's prophecy gave us a great timeline of what's happening. And so the prophets have been chased away, but God's saying go back. But when he went back, he had to give his mantle to Elisha, and Elisha had to finish the job. And really he had to anoint Jehu to go finish the job. So, and sometimes these characters might not even be, you know, they're given to us for examples, but they might not even actually be a different person. They might just be a person that comes forward with a new and fresh power or mantle on them. I'm just saying things. So I just get what I get in part from God, you know. If you try to pick apart every little word I say, then that's just not, that's not a false prophet. A false prophet is someone who's getting up here and intentionally deceiving the people, or doing it for money, or doing it for fame. I mean, Jude gives us the list of what a false prophet is. But I've just given you what the Lord's shown me. I give it to you with my vocabulary, my personality. So, but be encouraged, because that's what's happening. And the Lord has shown me, as I've told you before, how this is going to play out. But I'm just not allowed to give you the specifics. I don't know why. He just told me I'm not allowed to. But anyway, I would encourage you. Please follow me on the web page where I can be more specific. I still can't go against what the Lord's telling me, but steer anyone else that you feel will be blessed there. And you know, there are some prophets out there who are still sticking to it, thank God. So that's where we're at. I just wanted to give everyone an update, and I will see y'all soon. Thanks. Have a good one.